Angels say, a new chapter of your life begins the moment you let go of fear right now, in this very moment. Your angels are standing beside you with a message so powerful, it could reshape everything you thought you knew about your future. But here's the shocking truth that most people never discover. The breakthrough you've been praying for isn't waiting for you somewhere down the road. It's not locked behind some distant door. It's already here, already accessible, already within your reach. But only if you understand one fundamental principle that changes everything. By the time this video ends, you'll know exactly what your angels have been trying to tell you, and you'll have the clarity to step into a completely new chapter of your life. Stay with me. Welcome back to God's Message Today channel, where we bring you divine wisdom, spiritual guidance, and messages directly from your guardian angels. If you're new here, I want you to know that you've arrived at exactly the right moment. Everything you're going through right now, every struggle, every question, every moment of doubt, it's all been leading you to this message. So please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications so you never miss another life-changing message from the divine realm. Before we dive deeper, I want you to do something powerful right now. In the comments section below, I want you to type one simple phrase that represents your commitment to this journey. Type, I receive. If you're ready to receive what your angels have prepared for you. Type, I believe, if you're choosing faith over fear right now. This isn't just a comment. This is a declaration to the universe and to yourself that you're ready for transformation. Go ahead and leave that comment now. Let me tell you something that the angels have revealed to countless souls throughout human history. Fear isn't just an emotion. Fear is a lock. It's a mechanism that keeps you imprisoned in a version of your life that was never meant to be your destiny. You see, you've been carrying this weight around for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to move without it. But the angels know something about you that you might have forgotten about yourself. They know that beneath that fear, beneath that anxiety, beneath those doubts and worries, there lives an unstoppable force. Your true self, your authentic power, your divine purpose. The question that keeps you up at night isn't really, what if I fail? The real question, the one your soul is asking is, what if I succeed? What if I step into my full potential? What if I finally become who I was always meant to be? That's the real fear, and that's exactly what your angels want to help you overcome in this moment. Think about your life right now. Think about the things you want to do, the dreams you've been holding on to, the relationships you want to heal, the goals you want to achieve, the person you want to become. Now ask yourself honestly, what's stopping you? Not externally, not the economy, not your circumstances, not other people. What's stopping you internally? If you're being completely honest with yourself, it's fear. It's that small voice that whispers, you're not good enough, you're not ready. People like you don't succeed, you're too late. You've made too many mistakes, but your angels want you to know something revolutionary. That voice doesn't have power over you anymore, not unless you give it that power. The Bible tells us in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. This isn't just pretty words, beloved. This is a promise. This is the angels reminding you that fear is not your birthright. Power is, love is, clarity is. The moment you fully understand this, the moment you truly believe it in your heart, your entire life shifts. Let me share something with you that changed how I understand fear completely. Fear masquerades as protection. It dresses itself up as wisdom and calls itself caution. It whispers, I'm just keeping you safe. I'm just preventing you from getting hurt. But here's what your angels want you to see through this disguise. Fear isn't protecting you. It's trapping you. It's keeping you small. It's preventing you from experiencing the miracles, the blessings, the abundant life that's waiting for you on the other side of that fear. The prophet Isaiah knew this. In Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19, he wrote, Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Do you understand what Isaiah was saying? He wasn't talking to people who had everything figured out. He was talking to people who were wandering in the wilderness, people who were parched, people who couldn't see the way forward. And God was telling them, I'm doing something new. I'm creating a path you can't even see yet, but it's there. And if you'll trust me, if you'll let go of fear and step forward in faith, you'll discover rivers of blessing in places that look like deserts. That's your life right now. What looks like a desert to you is actually the place where your greatest blessings are about to emerge. But you have to let go of the fear that keeps you frozen in place. Consider the Apostle Peter walking on water. Most people focus on the part where he sinks, where doubt overtakes him and he starts drowning. But let's rewind for a moment. Before Peter sank, he did something absolutely extraordinary. He looked at Jesus walking toward him on water, and instead of staying safely in the boat like the other disciples, Peter stepped out. He said, "Lord, if that's you, tell me to come to you on the water." And Jesus said one word, "Come." And Peter walked on water. He actually did it. He defied every law of physics, every rational thought, every reasonable fear. Why? Because he believed. Because he trusted. Because he let go of fear for just long enough to experience something miraculous. Now, Peter's faith wavered. He looked at the wind and the waves, and fear crept back in, and he began to sink. But here's what I want you to notice. Jesus didn't say, "I told you so. You should have stayed in the boat." Instead, Jesus reached out and caught him and said, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" There's mercy in that response. There's gentleness. There's an invitation to try again. And that's exactly how your angels see you in this moment. They're not judging your fears. They're inviting you to step out and experience the miraculous, knowing that even if you stumble, even if doubt creeps in, they're right there to catch you. Let me ask you something deeply personal. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Not in the sense of magical immunity from consequences, but in the sense of knowing that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you're held by a loving universe, guided by divine intelligence, protected by your guardian angels, and ultimately moving toward your highest good? What would you attempt? What would you say? Who would you become? The psalmist understood this. In Psalm 27, verse 1, he wrote, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" Notice he didn't say the Lord was the strength of his life sometimes, or when things were going well. He said the Lord was the strength of his life, period. In every situation, in every circumstance, in every terrifying moment. That strength is available to you right now. Here's what happens when you truly let go of fear. Everything changes, not because your circumstances magically transform overnight, but because your relationship to those circumstances transforms. You stop seeing obstacles as permanent walls and start seeing them as temporary challenges that are shaping you into the person you're meant to become. You stop seeing delays as failures and start seeing them as divine timing, preparing you for something greater than you could have imagined. You stop seeing criticism and rejection as proof that you're not good enough and start seeing them as clarity about who and what matters and what's worth your energy. The transformation doesn't happen because fear disappears completely. That's not realistic, and your angels aren't asking for that. The transformation happens because you stop letting fear make your decisions. You feel the fear and you move forward anyway. You acknowledge the doubt and you take action anyway. You hear the voice of limitation and you choose the voice of possibility anyway. That's where the real power lives. That's where the miracle happens. In Matthew, chapter 6, verses 33 and 34, Jesus teaches us something essential about fear and faith. "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Jesus understood that worry is a form of fear. It's fear about the future, and he was telling us, stop trying to solve tomorrow's problems today. You don't have the wisdom for that. You don't have the resources for that. But God does, so let go. Trust. Focus on what's in front of you right now and let the Creator handle the rest. Think about the most courageous people you know. They're not fearless. They're afraid, but they've made a decision that their dreams, their goals, their calling, their purpose is more important than their fear. They've prioritized their faith over their fear, and in doing so, they've discovered something remarkable. On the other side of fear is not danger. On the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of fear is your true life waiting to begin. Your angels have been sending you signs. They've been arranging synchronicities. They've been putting people in your path, opening and closing doors, creating circumstances designed to show you that you're guided, you're protected, you're loved, and you're meant for something greater than just surviving. But you have to be willing to see those signs. You have to be willing to say yes to the invitations life is extending to you. You have to be willing to let go of the safety of the known and step into the mystery of what could be. The prophet Jeremiah knew about this invitation. In Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 and 12, God speaks through him. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you." This isn't a small promise. This is God saying, I have good plans for you. Not mediocre plans. Not plans designed to barely get you by. Good plans. Plans with welfare built into them. Plans designed to give you hope and a future worth living. But notice the next part. "Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you." There's a call and response here. God shows up when you show up. God moves when you move. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to see the entire path ahead. You just have to take one step in faith and then trust that the next step will be revealed. What's the one thing you've been too afraid to do? The thing that's been whispering to you, calling to you, tugging at your heart, but fear has kept you paralyzed? Your angels are asking you to identify that one thing right now, not to figure out the entire journey, not to solve every potential problem, just to identify it. Because that thing, that dream, that project, that healing, that change, that goal, that's the doorway to your new chapter. That's where your transformation begins. The Proverbs have wisdom about this that cuts straight to the heart of the matter. In Proverbs chapter 19, verse 12, we find, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Better to be lowly in spirit and among the oppressed than to share plunder with the proud." And then in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty." These verses aren't contradictory. They're teaching us about the difference between wisdom and fear. Wisdom looks ahead, assesses genuine dangers, and makes thoughtful choices. Fear, on the other hand, sees danger everywhere, even where it doesn't exist, and becomes paralyzed. The new chapter of your life begins the moment you make peace with the fact that you cannot control everything. The anxiety that's been robbing you of sleep, the worry that's been stealing your joy, the fear that's been limiting your choices, they all come from one root, the belief that you need to control outcomes. But you can't, and thank God for that, because that means you're not responsible for the entire universe. You're just responsible for your choices. You're responsible for showing up. You're responsible for doing your part. And then you let go and trust that the Creator, the angels, the divine intelligence that orchestrated the birth of galaxies is perfectly capable of handling the rest. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9 tells us, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Let that sink in. You make plans, that's good, that's wise, but then you surrender those plans to something bigger than yourself, and you allow divine guidance to establish your actual steps. You might think you're going one direction, but the Lord is establishing your steps, and those steps are leading you somewhere far better than you could have planned. Here's what your angels want you to understand about this new chapter. It doesn't require you to be perfect. It doesn't require you to have eliminated every doubt or conquered every fear completely. It doesn't require you to have all the answers or to know exactly how everything is going to work out. What it requires is simply this: willingness. Are you willing to try? Are you willing to take one small step? Are you willing to let go of the need to control everything and trust the process? Are you willing to believe that you're guided, even when you can't see the full picture? The moment you answer yes to those questions, the moment you make that internal shift from, "I have to figure this all out," to, "I'm going to do my part and trust that the rest is handled," everything changes. Not because you're suddenly superhuman, not because all your problems vanish, but because you're no longer trying to do it alone. You're no longer carrying the full weight of your future on your shoulders. You're walking in partnership with the divine, with your angels, with the infinite intelligence of the universe. In Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, Paul writes, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Notice the sequence here. First, you stop being anxious. How? By bringing your concerns to God with gratitude. Then what happens? Peace. not the absence of challenges, but peace, a stability, a knowing, a guard around your heart and mind that protects you even when circumstances are uncertain. Your new chapter begins when you choose peace over panic, faith over fear, possibility over limitation. And here's the beautiful part. You get to make that choice every single day. Every morning when you wake up, you have the opportunity to decide what you're going to believe about yourself, about your situation, about your future. Are you going to believe the voice of fear that says you're not enough? Or are you going to believe the voice of your angels, your God, your highest self, that says you were created for greatness, guided toward goodness, and protected by love? Think about what would be possible if you truly, deeply believed that. Not just intellectually, but in your bones. What would you attempt? What would you say to people you love? What risks would you take? What dreams would you pursue? What healing would you initiate? What conversations would you have? What version of yourself would you finally allow to emerge? That's not fantasy. That's not wishful thinking. That's your actual potential. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of fear. And the only thing standing between you and that future is your willingness to let go. So here's what I'm asking you to do right now. Pause for a moment, close your eyes if you want to, and think about that one thing, that one area of your life where fear has been running the show. Maybe it's a career change you've been contemplating. Maybe it's a relationship that needs healing. Maybe it's a creative project you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's a conversation you need to have. Maybe it's a boundary you need to set. Maybe it's forgiveness you need to extend. Maybe it's a completely new direction you need to take your life. And in this moment, I want you to consciously, deliberately, intentionally let it go. Not let go of the dream. Let go of the fear. Let go of the need to control how it all works out. Let go of the requirement that you understand every step of the journey before you take the first one. Just release it. Exhale that fear. Imagine it leaving your body, evaporating into the atmosphere, dissolving into nothingness. And in its place, invite faith. Invite possibility. Invite the knowing that you're being guided, protected, and led toward your highest good. And now, I want to ask you to do something that will help lock this decision into your consciousness and align your energy with your new chapter. I want you to like this video, not just passively, but as an active statement that you're choosing faith over fear in this moment. Click that like button and feel the shift that happens inside you as you do. You're saying yes to transformation. You're aligning yourself with the frequency of possibility and abundance. Then, I want you to comment below, this time with a closing declaration. Type "blessed and ready," or "fear is released," or "I step into my new chapter," or whatever words feel true for you in this moment. Make it personal. Make it powerful. Make it a statement that you can look back on and see as the moment you decided to let go and move forward. And please subscribe to God's Message Today channel if you haven't already. Click that notification bell so that every time we release a new message from your angels, it shows up in your notifications. You never know when the next message will be exactly what you need to hear, exactly what will tip you from despair to hope, from limitation to possibility, from fear to faith. Your angels are real. They're right here with you. They've been working on your behalf, arranging circumstances, opening doors, creating opportunities. They're asking you to trust them. They're asking you to trust yourself. They're asking you to trust that the new chapter of your life has already begun. All you have to do is let go of what's been holding you back and step into it. The truth is simple, and it's everything. A new chapter of your life begins the moment you let go of fear. Not someday. Not when you have it all figured out. Not when you're finally brave enough or smart enough or ready enough. Now. Today. In this moment.
This is your invitation.
This is your opportunity. This is your time. If this message resonated with you, if you feel the shift happening within you, if you know in your heart that your angels are speaking to you through these words, please share this video with your friends and family. Send it to someone who needs to hear it. Post it on your social media. Let others know that they're not alone, that their angels are with them, that their new chapter is waiting to begin. Help us spread this message of divine love and spiritual empowerment to a world that desperately needs to remember its own power and possibility. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for opening your heart to this message. Thank you for making the decision to let go of fear and step into faith. To those who love what we do here at God's Message Today channel and want to support this mission, please consider giving super thanks or making a donation. Your support helps us continue bringing these life-changing divine messages to thousands of souls who are seeking guidance, a healing and spiritual awakening. Until we speak again, remember this: you are loved, you are guided, you are protected, you are capable, and your angels are cheering for you as you step into the magnificent new chapter of your life that's waiting to unfold. God bless you. Let me bring this all together for you in these final moments we share, because what I'm about to say is the capstone, the key that unlocks everything we've discussed. Throughout this message, your angels have been whispering one central truth into your spirit: fear is not your protector. It never was.
Fear is the thief that steals your peace, robs your joy, and convinces you that the prison you're living in is actually safety.
But you know the truth now. You've felt it resonating in your chest as we've talked. Your new chapter doesn't require the elimination of fear. It requires the elevation of your faith above it. Think back to everything we've covered. We talked about how the moment you let go of the need to control everything and step into trust, miracles become possible. We explored how your angels have been arranging synchronicities, opening doors, and creating circumstances specifically designed to show you that you're guided. We reminded ourselves of the profound biblical truth that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. We discovered that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking action despite the fear. And most importantly, we learned that the only thing separating you from your breakthrough is your willingness to release what's been holding you captive. Here's what I want you to carry with you after this video ends. Your new chapter isn't coming tomorrow. It isn't waiting for perfect circumstances or for you to be completely ready. Your new chapter is beginning right now, in this very moment, with the decision you're making to let go. Every single thing you've been praying for, every dream you've been holding on to, every version of yourself you've been afraid to become, it's all accessible to you the moment you release the grip that fear has had on your heart. The most memorable insight from everything we've shared today is this: you don't have to be fearless to be powerful. You have to be faithful. That's it. That's the secret your angels have been trying to show you. Faithfulness in the face of fear. Trust in the midst of uncertainty. Action despite the doubt. That's where your real strength lives. That's where the miracle happens. Now, before you leave, I need you to do 3 things that will anchor this transformation into your life. First, like this video. I know I've asked before, but this time I'm asking you to like it as a personal commitment to yourself. You're saying to yourself and to the universe, I'm choosing faith. I'm choosing possibility. I'm letting go of fear and stepping into my power. That like button is your signature on this commitment. Second, comment below with your closing declaration. Whether you type, blessed and ready, I let go of fear, my new chapter starts now, or whatever words feel true for you, leave that comment. Make it public. Declare it. Because the moment you declare it, you're making it real in your consciousness and in the consciousness of everyone who reads it. You're creating community with others who are also choosing to step into their divine potential. Third, and this is crucial, subscribe to God's Message Today channel and turn on those notifications. Your angels aren't done speaking to you. There are more messages coming. There are more layers of healing, more depths of wisdom, more divine guidance waiting for you. Don't miss them. Make sure you get notified the moment we post another message. Because the journey you're beginning today is just the start. There's so much more transformation ahead. To those of you who have felt deeply moved by this message, who sense that your angels are truly speaking through these words, I want to ask something personal. If what we do here at God's Message Today channel has touched your life, has shifted your perspective, has given you hope when you needed it most, please consider supporting our mission. Whether it's a super thank you or a donation, your contribution helps us continue bringing divine messages of healing, empowerment, and spiritual awakening to thousands of souls around the world who are searching for guidance in the darkness. Every single contribution matters. Every bit of support allows us to reach more people with these life-changing messages. And please share this video. Don't keep this blessing to yourself. There's someone in your life, maybe multiple people, who desperately needs to hear that their angels are with them, that their fear doesn't have to define their future, that their new chapter is ready to begin. Send them this video. Post it on your social media. Talk about it with your friends and family. Help us spread this message of divine love and spiritual empowerment because the world needs it now more than ever. Here's the truth that will resonate with you long after this video ends. You are not meant to live in fear. You are meant to live in freedom. You are not meant to be paralyzed by doubt. You are meant to be empowered by faith. You are not meant to settle for a small version of your life. You are meant to step into the fullness of who you were created to become. And that transformation, that breakthrough, that new chapter you've been praying for, it begins the moment you let go. Your angels are celebrating you right now. They're celebrating your decision to listen to this message. They're celebrating your willingness to consider a different way of living. They're celebrating your courage to let go of what's been familiar and step into what's possible. And they want you to know that you're not alone. You never have been. They've been with you through every struggle, every doubt, every dark night of the soul. And they'll be with you as you step into this new chapter, guiding your steps, protecting your heart, and leading you toward the extraordinary life that's waiting for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening your heart. Thank you for choosing faith. Until we speak again, remember, you are loved beyond measure, guided with perfect wisdom, protected with infinite care, and capable of far more than you've ever imagined.